Okay, real talk. This smoothie right here, you won't believe it has basil in it. And this one, it tastes like a spa day. And wait till you see what we sneak into this chocolatey number that we've been making for our kids since they were babies. And they still beg us for it. But before we dive into smoothie recipes, we're gonna talk strategy. Because here's the thing, anyone can throw random stuff into a blender. But if you want recipes that actually taste amazing and leave you feeling full and energized, you need a little know-how. So today we are breaking down the smoothie formula that you are going to want to memorize. Plus, I'm going to show you 3 of my go-to blends using ingredients I actually grew myself, and you can too. But we'll talk about that in a bit. Greetings and welcome to or welcome back to PB with Jay. Here on the channel, we focus on all things plant-based goodness. And today, we're doing a deep dive into smoothie goodness. Now, before we jump into all of that, I just want to quickly ask for your help. We are currently on a push to get to 70,000 subscribers by the end of September, because doing so will allow us to apply for some funding that will help us to take the channel up to the next level. So help us out if you haven't subscribed yet already. And if you're one of those lovely people who have said hello to us in the comments down below, I'd like to give a quick hello to you. Candy from Round Rocks, Texas. Norma from Tiny, Ontario, Canada. I'm gonna be straight up honest. I live in Ontario and I did not know there was a town called Tiny. Probably because it's small. Get it? Okay, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Linda from Fort Collins, Colorado. Barbara from Willis, Texas. Sharon from Norfolk, United Kingdom. Patricia in Las Vegas, Nevada. Tim from the South Shore of Lake Ontario in Rochester, New York. Max from the United Kingdom. Emily from Germany. Misty from Denver, Colorado. Faiza from Istanbul. DG2741 from the Netherlands. And Susie from, you didn't actually say where you're from, but I know where you're from on the internet, and that is our Mighty Network, which is a group of like-minded individuals who get early access to these videos, along with a lot of other fun perks, the best of which really is just being part of a like-minded community where you can send messages, share recipes, pictures, comments, questions, concerns, all of those things, and you can join us over there for the price of a crappy cup of coffee a month. But obviously you can get a shout out here just by saying hello to us. But if you're in the Mighty Network, you get a little bump up on that shout out list. All right, enough of that. Let's make you a smoothie master. So here's the deal. There's a basic formula for smoothies that works pretty much every time. It's like building a house of flavor, and it works like this. You start off with your base, which is generally speaking 1 cup of liquid. Now this could be an unsweetened plant milk of your choice. It could be coconut water. It could be just straight up water. Next, you're gonna wanna add fruit, which is, depending on your thickness, 1 to 2 servings. Frozen bananas, berries, pineapple, apples, mango, grapes, you name it, throw it in there. Next, you're gonna want a big handful of greens. That could be like a half of a cucumber chopped up. I've also used zucchini when I'm out of cucumber. It's gonna make it a little bit thicker than the cucumber, which is just really gonna add like a nice little hydrating fresh boost. The other things I like to throw in is a handful or 2 of kale or spinach. If I'm feeling super adventurous, I'll throw in a little bit of arugula too for a little peppery bite. If all you have is straight up lettuce, throw it in there. The next thing I like to throw in is like a creamy, satiating boost. So I'm thinking like avocado, nut butters. And all you really need is like a tablespoon of nut butter or 2 and like a quarter of an avocado. Or even just soaked oats. And if you don't have time to soak them, just throw them in. It's a blender, it's gonna blend them up. Just maybe give it a few minutes to thicken. After that, we're gonna throw in some seeds for our omega-3s and staying powers. So just like a tablespoon of chia or flax or hemp seeds. After that, we're gonna wanna put in a little bit of a flavor pop. So for me, I love to throw in a little hunk of ginger. But any herbs you've got in your garden are going to be very, very welcome. Especially mint is nice if you got some fresh mint. But I've even started putting basil in, and spoiler alert, it's delicious. And last but not least, if you want to amp up your nutritional gains, think superfoods. Cocoa powder, protein powder, matcha, turmeric, spirulina, creatine, chlorella. Whatever your vibe is and your body needs, chuck it in there. Now, if you don't have this list handy and you just want to freestyle it, here is the texture tip for you to remember. If you want a classic smoothie that's sippable, you're gonna want a 2-to-1 ratio of liquids to solids. So for every 1 cup of fruit, it's a half a cup of liquid. If you're making a smoothie bowl like I'm showing here, you wanna flip that a bit and really keep your liquids to maximum 1/4 cup, maybe even less. That's how you get that thick, scoopable vibe. And as you can see here, mine's is still a little bit of chunky. You can still see a little bit of the kale. And you know what? I could keep on blending this for a little bit longer, scraping down the sides and doing all that kind of stuff. Or I could just move on with my day and enjoy the additional texture. You do you. The biggest tip I can give you though for building your smoothies so they blend beautifully is put all of your heaviest ingredients on the top. So things like your greens and your herbs and stuff, put them at the bottom so they really get blended up. And the weight of your frozen fruit or vegetables or whatever on top helps to push down. And here's one last very important hack. Taste as you go. A splash of citrus can really brighten up a dull blend. So, lime, lemon, orange juice. Is it too bitter? Throw in a date or two or some date paste or a little bit of maple syrup. Too sweet? Put in a pinch of sea salt. My favorite thing about making my own smoothies is that I get to use some of the ingredients that I grow myself. And I get to grow them right here in my own click and grow garden. Mint, basil, even kale. That's right, kale. I don't have to weed them. I don't have to worry about bugs. I don't have to worry about whether or not they're getting enough rain. I just gotta make sure that little float pump thing is filled up every couple of days. It's like the garden for people who usually kill plants. This guy. And what's great is when your plants get too big, you can just repot them like we do, and we have all these extra herbs now growing in the backyard outside. And then I just gotta put new plants in the click and grow. And to show you how easy it is to replenish this thing, here's Wooly.
So today I have cleaned out the click and grow and I'm going to refresh it with some new plants. One thing I really love about the click and grow is that you can grow some seeds that you can then transplant out in your garden. Here in Canada, we can only really do that in the spring and summer, but if you live in a warmer climate, you could do this all year. Lucky you. So this time I'll show you what we got. Hold on. So this time for the click and grow, we actually got some pods that have no seeds in it, so we can put our own seeds in. Doing that, pretty awesome. Oops. Grow anything. We got some lemon basil, some green kale, apple mint, which I've never tried before, very interesting, and cilantro, which I'm very excited about. We use that all the time. I'm also going to put in some basil that we had left over from our last pods. So very exciting. We're going to put some new things in. Another thing I love about the click and grow is how easy it is to do. You literally just throw the seed pod into the little cup, put it in the base, and then you fill it with water. And that's kind of it. And then you just every few days check the water level. Yeah, so it's really easy. We do a full clean probably every 3-4 months. But other than that, it's pretty self-sustainable. Love it.
So if you want to get some of these greens that we're going to use in these recipes throughout this video, or grow plants or other vegetables or fruits, use our link in the description down below or the QR code on the screen, because Click and Grow is going to hook you up with the best discount they have available at the time using that link. All right, let's blend up some smoothies. So now that you know how to make a smoothie, let me show you 3 that hit a couple different vibes. The first up is our green glow smoothie. I know what you're thinking, green smoothies taste like salad in a glass. And that can be true. But this one, it's balanced, it's fresh, it actually tastes good. Here's what we're putting into it. A frozen banana for a little creaminess, a small apple for a bit of sweetness, a half a cucumber or zucchini for hydration, a big old handful of kale straight from the garden, and some fresh basil leaves for my click and grow. And these are actually lemon basil, so they got this little extra zip to them. I haven't actually seen lemon basil anywhere else, and if you can't get access to it, just throw some straight up regular basil. Just like 4 to 6 leaves, don't overdo it. Now for my extras, I'm gonna add in a tablespoon of chia seeds and about a cup of plant-based milk with a little bit extra water in there just to get it to the consistency that I want. Now, if you are new to green smoothies and you find that the taste is a little bit more earthy than you're used to and you want to ease into it, throw in a date or so. It's not going to be the end of the world, and it might help ease you into the world of green smoothies. The next one, and this is my favorite for hot days, is my tropical mint refresher. It's hydrating, it's bright, and it feels kind of like getting a spa treatment. So what we're using today is a cup of frozen pineapple for natural sweetness. I'm throwing in a small orange, half a cucumber for extra hydration, or zucchini works in a pinch, a handful of that fresh mint for my click and grow, a tablespoon of ground flax for healthy fats. And if you got coconut water on hand, this is where you'd put about 3/4 a cup inside. Otherwise, just straight up water is fine too. If you want it to be a bit more of a slushy vibe, throw in some ice. This one's a bit light, so I'm gonna keep the liquid on the lower side to keep it creamy but not too runny. This one's like sitting by the pool with a fancy drink. That mint makes it pop, and that orange pineapple combination makes it really deliciously tropical. And if you're using the coconut water, it's really great for a post-workout. And last up is the smoothie we've been making for our children since they were babies, and they continue to ask for it. And that is our Chunky Monkey. And I'm gonna show you how to make a version for adults as well. This is for anyone who thinks they can't put greens inside of a smoothie. So we're gonna throw in a frozen banana, a cup of plant-based milk. Now this is where I would switch it out for adults if you want to. Instead of putting a whole cup of plant milk, I'm gonna put in half plant milk and a half a cup of my cold brew coffee. You could just put in coffee that you get to room temperature as well. A tablespoon of peanut butter for creaminess and a little extra protein, a handful of kale, and if you want to get a little adventurous, I would throw a little bit of basil in here too. I know what you're thinking, that sounds weird, but here's the thing. Basil and chocolate, it's a thing. A tablespoon of cocoa powder, that's where that rich chocolatey flavor is gonna come from. And for sweetness, we're gonna throw in 2 small dates or 1 medjool dates. But if your banana is extra ripe, you might not even need it. I would say make it first and you could always throw it in after. And if you're doing a post-workout, throw a little protein powder in there or a little bit of hemp seed. And if you want a little extra boost of yum, just a little pinch of salt. With chocolate, it's also a thing. It's like a chocolate peanut butter cup with benefits. So this is definitely the adult version. It's greener than the version I would serve my kids. I'd usually put a little bit of spinach in theirs and not kale. And I also put a little bit of creatine and protein powder in here because this had a workout. So it doesn't look quite like it would look for the kids. I'll try to make it again for Annie.
So it's a busy morning here at PBUJ headquarters. It's a weekday morning. We gotta go to work, we gotta go to school. You can see I'm all tired. So I'm just gonna whip up a Chunky Monkey smoothie for Annie's breakfast. So ice cubes, I use about 4 ice cubes. If you have ripe banana, it's best. Frozen banana is great also, frozen ripe banana. I only had 2 little pieces. So unfortunately, she's gonna have some less ripe banana in her, so it'll be less sweet. You need banana, preferably ripe. Frozen's awesome. 3 or 4 ice cubes, a tablespoon of cocoa powder, tablespoon of peanut butter, and some plant-based milk. That's all you need. Whip it up in the blender and you have a Chunky Monkey smoothie. Here we go.
You can't taste the greens at all. At all. So this is perfect for your kids if you want to sneak greens into their diets. So there you go, smoothies unlocked. And remember, it's not just about following a recipe, it's understanding how and why it works. Play with the formula, use what you've got, and if you're interested in growing some of your own plants and you want to do it indoors, consider checking out the Click and Grow home garden system to do so indoors. And if you use our discount link here or in the description down below, Click and Grow is going to hook you up with the best offer they got. And if you try these recipes, let us know in the comments down below which ones you like, what you did to adjust them, or just straight up send us your favorite smoothie recipe, and maybe we'll do another video down the line using smoothie recipes from all of you. If you haven't subscribed to this channel yet, consider doing so to help us get up to that 70,000 level that we're trying to get to by the end of September. Otherwise, hit that like button to let YouTube know to share this with other people, and stick around because they've got this video all queued up for you to check out next. Blend up a smoothie, sit back and relax and enjoy your viewing time with a smoothie. Which smoothie are you gonna have?